Prayer in the field of silence. Thoughts and feelings as electromagnetic signatures in the quantum field. In the field of silence, I arrive empty of distraction, free of the noise that so often claims my attention. I step inward into a space where stillness is not absence but presence, where every breath carries the potential of connection, and where the invisible is more alive than the visible. Here, in this quiet expanse, I remember, my thoughts and feelings are not simply passing clouds in the landscape of my inner world. They are signals, living currents of energy, electrical and magnetic in nature, resonating through the quantum field that holds all possibilities. The quantum field is not something outside me. It is not a place I visit when I am spiritual and forget when I am ordinary. It is the very fabric of reality, the invisible ground from which matter emerges, the ocean from which form is drawn. It surrounds me, moves through me, and responds to me. And in this prayer, I practice remembering that every thought I think and every feeling I allow is part of the broadcast I send into this vast and intelligent field. I begin with the mind. Thoughts appear like sparks, rising from the depths of the brain's currents. Some are fractured, restless, flickering in 1,000 directions. They generate static, a weak and scattered signal. But when I breathe into coherence, when I allow meditation to settle the waters of my awareness, my thoughts begin to align. My brain shifts from the hurried rhythm of stress to the calm waves of presence. In this coherence, thoughts no longer scatter but beam like a clear electrical charge, directed, strong, and luminous. The field does not measure how many thoughts I think, nor does it count how often I repeat them. It listens instead to the quality, the clarity, the coherence. When my thoughts are born of peace, they pulse with order. When they arise from vision, they project intention. A coherent brain becomes an instrument, sending electrical signals into the field with precision, like arrows that know their target. Then I turn to the heart. The mind may generate the electrical current, but the heart provides the magnetic force. Every feeling radiates whether I notice it or not. Gratitude expands the heart's field. Love strengthens its resonance. Joy ripples outward with a rhythm that the field cannot ignore. My heart is a magnet, drawing to me experiences that echo its tone. When I am impatient or resentful, the magnet weakens, my signal becomes distorted, and I attract the very patterns of incoherence I carry within. But when I breathe into the heart, when I cultivate elevated emotions deliberately, love, compassion, gratitude, peace, the magnetic field grows coherent, powerful, radiant. The union of these two, the electrical charge of the mind and the magnetic charge of the heart, creates my electromagnetic signature. This is my broadcast, my living Wi-Fi signal in the infinite sea of the quantum field. The field does not respond to what I want. It does not yield to my words alone. It responds to the signature of who I am being. If my mind says one thing but my heart feels another, the field reflects back confusion. But if my thoughts and feelings unite, if my intention is clear and my emotion is elevated, my broadcast is strong, coherent, unmistakable. This is the art of manifestation. Not chasing outcomes in matter, not pushing against reality with effort and strain, but embodying the state now. In coherence, I collapse the illusion of distance. I am no longer waiting for my desires to arrive. I am becoming the version of myself who already lives them. Time and space bend toward coherence. What I once sought begins to seek me, not because I demanded it but because I became it. So in this field of silence, I pray not by asking but by aligning. I let every thought be a thread of clarity. I let every feeling be a current of coherence. I become peace if I long for peace. I become love if I long for love. I become gratitude if I long for abundance. The field listens not to my longing but to my being. And as I become, the field responds. The wisdom of the quantum field reminds me, elevated emotions are the true language of creation. Gratitude is not a reaction, it is a frequency. Love is not a possession, it is a vibration. Joy is not an outcome, it is a state of being. These states align me with the wholeness of the field, where no separation exists, where all possibilities live in readiness. When I inhabit these emotions, I rise from survival into creation. I cease reacting to the past and begin rehearsing the future. Fear, anger, lack. These are signals too, reminders of incoherence. They show me where I have fallen out of alignment, where I am broadcasting the frequency of separation. They are not failures but invitations to return. I breathe. I soften. I choose again. Each moment offers me the power to shift, to recalibrate, to send a new signal into the field. So my prayer continues. Let my thoughts be coherent, born not of fear but of vision. Let my feelings be elevated, carried not by resentment but by love. Let my electromagnetic signature radiate clarity and coherence, calling forth experiences of beauty, wholeness, and truth. Let me remember always that I am not separate from the field but inseparable from it, that I am both participant and creator. Let me embody before I receive, becoming the very frequency of what I seek. In the silence I practice. I practice coherence of mind and coherence of heart. I practice sending a signal that is whole, strong, and aligned. I practice being rather than wishing. I practice gratitude before the evidence, love before the proof, joy before the outcome. This is not denial, this is creation. And as I practice, I feel it. A subtle shift, a quiet resonance, a knowing that the field is listening, that it always listens, and that my signature is already shaping reality. So breathe deeply. Feel fully. Rehearse with care. Choose with presence. And become the version of yourself you are meant to be.